Hello everyone and welcome back to Hogwarts Mystery. In the last one, we found out that Hagrid was upset because Snape is gonna rip the wings off his fairies. And we don't know if they're gonna grow back or anything. And it's just like, what? So, we're definitely going to try and help Hagrid with that. And we were told that we told Hagrid that we had a fairy on our side. So we were going to go and... Yeah, there was a classroom for the care for magical creatures, which technically I haven't unlocked yet. But they gave us a little freebie for that. So I'm looking forward to also how that classroom looks like. Which is probably not what it's going to look like because this is a special event. So we are probably going to see it from another perspective, or maybe it's just going to be the same. I don't know. I can't say until we unlock the classroom. Anywho, let's go and try and work with your fairy. Friendship! At least we have our fairy at the utmost of our friendship levels, so that's fantastic. So if that was a requirement, we're doing great. Oh! That actually looks nice. So is this just what it's gonna look like, just on a regular basis? I'm looking forward to this now. I'm always looking forward to the new classrooms, which is also the reason why I'm actually kind of playing this game a lot, and maybe going to play this game quite a bit, because I haven't been playing this properly for like 6-7 months, and I've actually been looking forward to playing it again, but there was those Christmas episode that took a bit of time of editing, and they kind of took the mickey out of me, as you could say. And now I'm just happy to be back recording live and all those things I've already said. So I'm just gonna enjoy this for a little bit because I haven't seen this classroom and I really just wanna. You know, when you're slightly spoiled anyway, you might as well take a good look around, right? So let's see here. We have a little hut kind of thing with some items in, and oh, they don't look like real rats. I am assuming they're toys. I hope they're toys. Oh no. Oh man. Ronald, don't have your rat over here. It might be mistaken for a toy. Oh, they don't look like. With the details there are on all the magical creatures, these I assume are toys. Don't spoil though, because I will probably find out when I unlock the class. But right now I'm in the blissful knowledge that they kind of look like toys. Because and secondly, they don't have arms and legs, so the baby might look like kitty toys, like I have in my home. So let's just take the rest of it in here. Oh, we are followed by our little fairy, as zessy as ever, but she actually followed us here. Yes, I really like the design of her wings, though, like the blue to the like purplish. I like that. You can probably not see it, but I can from where I'm sitting when I look at the tablet. It's kind of like the color design. I like the color design. Actually, should we? Yes, we should. I just forgot a little thought here, a little brain fart. So I'm just gonna do it. Since it's a Hagrid event and Hagrid episode, let's become Hagrid's little helper, which was the event item we got for his birthday, actually. For helping out with his birthday, we actually got an outfit that resembles Hagrid, because this was his kid outfit or something? So now we're mini Hagrid for this event. Yes. That could be fun. I have too much fun with this. But yes, it also kind of fits in with the care for magical creatures because it's practical clothes, not like a fine garment that, you know. Or rather, I don't know. I don't really wear fine clothes ever, so. Anyway, without further ado, what is it, Hagrid? What can we figure out here? Hello, little fella. Ray, I see you brought the fairy. Just like I promised. This is a fairy. Well, is it now, Bright? Is it a fairy? Oh, this is fairy. Okay, I guess for a second our character was gonna became a little condescending, like, Hagrid, this is a fairy. You've never seen them before. It's me who misread the... Oh, that's because I probably didn't name her anything. Ah, I should name her something. I think I should name her something at some point. But we will just have to wait and see. I've been feeding and taking care of it. No, it's not an it, it's a her. But we can't say it. That's fine. Just referring as a non-binary creature because it's a creature. But oh, I really love the design of the wings. It's not blue, it's actually turquoise. Nice. But we have been taking care of it. Nice to meet you, fairy. Oh, she doesn't like him at all. She really doesn't like him. Maybe she knows what's been going on. No. It seems fairy's not my biggest fan. Aww. Aww. He gets so sad when he does so much for magical creatures and he just wants to be loved back. He's such a big... Aww. I love Hagrid, can you guys tell that? That's perfect. What? Oh, so we have one the fairy likes and one the fairy dislikes. That makes sense. Because if it's because the fairy trusts us and follows along with us, it's not a guarantee that the other... I get it! I always think of our character as being condescending. I don't know why. I think that's just the day I have for today. It's like, oh yes, we are being sassy to everyone because Ruler was sassy to us. I don't know. I have no idea. It is? But wouldn't it be better if the fairies like and trusted me? Think about it, Hagrid. If you can figure out how to convince a fairy to listen to you now. That was what I thought. That was what I thought we were going. For a second. So yeah. You should have no problem persuading the fairies in your garden to move. Aha! And then I can... Oh! I swapped the personalities. No! And then I can relocate them before the Professor Snape can find them. Exactly. So where do we start? You're a creature expert, Hagrid. You should be asking... I should be asking you that question. Oh yeah, he also becomes Care for Magical Creatures teacher, doesn't he? Because I can't remember seeing Kettleburn in the movies. He might be in one of the movies I haven't seen, but as far as I know, Hagrid is the one that takes care of the creatures in those classrooms. In the movie at least, but I have not read the books. Sorry. So it might actually be something else in the books, I'm not sure. To be honest today, I haven't got much experience working firsthand with fairies. I know they're vain, and they always pimping and priming themselves, but I'm not sure how that will help us. Ah, they like to look nice. Oh yeah, that is the definition of vain. Like, it's how they look. It's how they're seen and how they look. That is the definition of vain. However, like just imagine this fairy getting its wings ripped off. How frustrating it must be because they can't fly. And if it's used to flying, that's sad. I don't want to think about it. Right? That's why I was hoping you had an idea how to win over a fairy. Oh yes! This was what I talked in the last episode about, like, just bribing with food. It's easy. Flatter the fairy. Be stern with the fairy, like, you listen here, mister or missus. You come with me, or else you will lose your wings. Oh no, oh no. Why did an Arnold Schwarzenegger quote come up with me like, come with me if you want to leave? It's more like, come with me if you want your wings. Keep your wings. Yeah. But yeah, we technically bribed friendship with the fairies, but we could also flatter them. And, ooh, I don't know. That's actually an interesting, that's really an interesting thing. Because if we think in the broad perspective of it all, is that he has to go and flatter all the fairies, or he can just throw food at the fairies and make them follow him. So, which one would be most practical for a horde of fairies, I am assuming, and not just one fairy? I would think bribing the fairy with food would probably be the best. But I can see on the emblems on the side that flatter the fairy is the hardest, quote-unquote, the hardest one to get if you look at our stats. It is no different, but I don't know. Oh, let's just flatter the fairy away. You should try and bond with the fairy by flattering it. Ah. So that's what we've been doing in the woods, just going, oh, you're such a pretty fairy. Oh, I love your wings. When you bond with the creatures, like, oh, you're such a pretty one. Oh, you're so glistening in the sunlight. Oh. For some reason that just started sounding creepy. Then we'll be more likely to listen to you. Aha! Aha! That's a good idea, Ray. Fairies are vain creatures after all. I'm sorry if I'm butchering an accent. I'm only giving Hagrid an accent because it's kind of a Britain accent, so I really want to give him one. That's the only reason why I'm giving him one, because I'm butchering accents from here to there. Like, no. Go on then, Hagrid. See if you can get it to come around to you with the flattery. Yeah, flatter away, Hagrid, and make it your friend. Ah. Your wings are looking quite nice today, fairy. Huh? What is that face? That's so gonna be the thumbnail of this video. Sorry, I never really talk about the thumbnails, but that face, that's everything. That is so everything. I'm enjoying this so much. I'm so sorry. In fact, you must be the prettiest fairy I've ever seen. Oh. Ooh, yay. Oh, it's happy. It does seem to be flattered quite a bit. Aha! It worked. The fairy really warmed up to me. Brilliant. Now we know the fairy. When you try to pronounce English and it doesn't work. Now that we know, the flattery is the way to go. With a little polish, I bet we could perfect the way to persuade the fairies. Oh, that is a good idea. So, how many hours is this gonna take? 3 hours. I had a feeling. So, this is why I'm actually recording from the early morning, because I haven't taken any energy points at all from either my pets or anything else. So, let's go into it and see. Oh! We can interact with the fairy as well! Yay! Let's see. Buzz at. So we're just buzzing with it like a bee? That kind of would... Like, is fairies like bees? Like, they lay eggs. We already discovered that. Oh, maybe they're like wasps, because... Oh, well, wasp does also have hives, but not in the same manner as bees does. So maybe they're more like wasps? I'm just trying to find like a middle way to having a logic explanation for things. I don't know. But we're buzzing at it and it lays eggs and it's a flying creature and not very big. But that does not only equal a wasp. It could be basically any winged insect. Buzz, buzz, buzz. My fairy talk is a little rusty. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz Lightyear! Oh man, okay. Fairies got me a bit self-concerned. Cautious. Cautious. Self-conscious. No. You're trying your best, dude. Give advice. How are we giving advice? Try complimenting its hair, Hagrid. It seems to really enjoy that. It's nice pink purplish hair that has almost the same gradient of color as the diamonds. Maybe it's as beautiful as a diamond if that can flatter a creature, because I don't know if they know the value of diamonds. Or rather, it's not really a diamond, because diamonds are usually... Well, there are pink diamonds, they're very expensive. Never mind, I was about to say, it's closer to a rose quartz than anything, isn't it? I'm talking too much. This is the issue with when I record when I'm just woken up, I have too much energy on my hands. I should have bought a tiny comb. Aww. You want to do a like a hair salon thing for the fairy? Just sit still and I will do your hair. Come here. Come here. Oh, so sweet. Discuss fairy. I think the fairies eat my rock cakes. Oh yeah, he makes rock cakes. I don't know if fairies like rock cakes, but maybe they like pumpkins. Since you said they laid their eggs underneath the pumpkin leaves. Maybe they like pumpkins then. Try that. Maybe I should try that. Praise. Buzz. Buzz. She's so sweet. Buzz, buzz. Let's see. Yeah, now we're circling. Okay, that's fine. Do we have any more on our side? You might be able to lure the fairies out of the garden with a mirror. We're back to the mirror part again. Like, it was just shortly hinted in the in our event yesterday. Because it was yesterday, I recorded that. And the last one. And we did suddenly suggest a mirror out of the blue, and then there came nothing of it. But for a winged creature, a mirror or something, or a self-reflecting surface, or a reflecting surface at least, should be able to work? Interesting. Let's see here. Oh, he made a joke! Oh, I should have brought me tiny comb. Yes, you should have brought me a tiny comb. And, oh, we can also study the fairy, so Hagrid don't really have any more to say. Fairy seems to be buzzing happily. I would say it's something, something, something. But are there any more else buzz at? We have another one with the fairy, of course. Buzz, buzz. My fairy taught it to be... Oh, so that's still circling. Okay. So, do our character have... Or, now the fairy has started to circle. I call it circling when it's the repeated conversations once again. And I'm just trying to get all the knowledge in again, because I like to investigate, and I like to get all the puzzle pieces, as you can see. Also the verbal ones, because in these kind of games you can't go back and say, oh, that was like that, wasn't it? So, let's see here. It seems the fairy respond best to praise. Well, we already did. We already determined that, bright. Good bright. Decent bright. We already determined that. Give advice. Try complimenting and say, okay, now we're completely circling, aren't we? Praise. Discuss fairy. You think eat my rock cakes? Yeah, well, that was a pumpkin talk we had a little short while ago. Well, then it means that we're completely circling, so that's fine. He's self-conscious. No, there's no reason to be self-conscious of a fairy. You know, they like to be what they think is pristine and preen and all these things, and you're just a kind fella with a very beautiful mane. Like, his hair is magnificent, actually. Like, he has this fake, I would say Scandinavian troll's hair, but now this is situated in Scotland, so I would more say the Scottish Highland hair, I would say it is instead, because I have troll's hair. My hair is thick, slightly curly, and I hate it. But yeah, he probably have the Highlander mane in some way. Can you say it like that? It's positive. I assume at least. Let's see if this is the last one though, because it does seem like we're very close to the last one. No, not quite. Okay. It seems that we need a little more energy for this. So it's about maybe 2 or 3 energy. I would say probably it's more of a. It's probably more of a 3 than a 1. Let's take a let's take this one. It's probably the same, just noticing what is good for the fairy. And 2 was enough. Great. So let's see here. Fairy seems to respond to praise. Best to praise. Yes. Well, I think if we actually decided to give it give it treats, it would probably have gone like, oh, it's eating a lot. It's getting fat. It doesn't like itself now. Like any other assumption when you eat too much. I don't really have that problem, but I know some people feel bad for eating. Don't. Just don't. Food is good. Just not too much unhealthy food at the same time, but food is good. Anyway. Best. Oh, she's so happy. But the face she made in the start of the episode was more priceless than that. So let's see. Let's proceed. Playing with this proves it. Playing to a fairy's vanity is the best way to persuade it. If you try that with the fairies in your garden, you should have no problem convincing them to move. Ah, this is great, Ray. Can't wait to try it out. Hold on, Hagrid. It might be a good idea if we study fairies a bit more first, though. Because if it doesn't work the first time, we need to have a backup plan, like a teacher. An A, B, C, D, E plan, you know? So everything can go at least okay. That's that way I will know the best way to act in case something goes wrong. Lawnmower! Oh man, people cutting the grass outside. Oh man. A little historian would ever hurt anyone, I suppose. I'll go and do some more research. Then meet you when I'm finished. Okay, that's great. Now we know that the fairies like that. Hurry and learn about the fairies so we can save the ones in my garden. Oh, in me garden, not my garden, but me garden. Okay. So this also means that it's a little longer. Well, yeah, it actually had a lot of steps. I didn't remember that. So let's. What does it want us to do now? It wants us to go to potion class. Okay. What is actually what we're supposed to do? Oh, gain. Okay, so that's a bit of a way, I think, unless we're lucky with a knowledge point in the classes. So that's either that can be a long class or a short class. Oh, there's actually 8 steps. I forgot that. So it's actually a very long event. It's a mini side quest event thing. So that's great. That's great. Okay. But for that, I actually think I'll be ending off here. And I'm sorry if you can hear the lawnmower in the background. My neighbors are mowing, apparently. So until next time, guys, take care and have a fantastic day. So sorry if you can hear the lawnmower.